When you think about presidential security, your mind probably goes to bulletproof limousines and Air Force One. But there's an entire shadow world of travel that exists beyond what the public sees. A complex network of decoy flights, secret routes, and security measures so sophisticated they make spy movies look amateur. The Trump family's travel arrangements during and after the presidency represent the pinnacle of high-security transportation, involving multiple agencies, hundreds of personnel, and costs that exceed the budgets of small countries. From Melania's separate aircraft to the children's business trips that require military-grade protection, this is the hidden world of how America's most protected family moves around the globe without anyone knowing where they're really going. Let's start with the crown jewel of presidential travel, Air Force One, but not the version you see on television. When Donald Trump travels as president, the aircraft you see landing isn't necessarily the one he's actually on. The presidential fleet includes two identical Boeing VC-25A aircraft, both designated Air Force One when the president is aboard, and they're often used as decoys for each other. The real security begins hours before takeoff, with advanced teams securing airports, establishing no-fly zones, and coordinating with local law enforcement across multiple time zones. What makes Trump's Air Force One unique is the extensive modifications made during his presidency. The aircraft features a presidential suite with a bedroom, office, and conference room, but the real security lies in systems the public never sees. The plane is equipped with electromagnetic pulse shielding, advanced countermeasures against surface-to-air missiles, and communication systems that can coordinate military operations from 45,000 feet. The aircraft can refuel mid-flight, extending its range indefinitely, and features medical facilities capable of performing surgery at altitude. The defensive systems on Air Force One are classified, but reports suggest they include flare dispensers to confuse heat-seeking missiles, chaff ejectors to disrupt radar-guided weapons, and electronic warfare capabilities that can jam enemy communications from hundreds of miles away. The aircraft's hull is reinforced to withstand explosive decompression, and the windows are bulletproof and designed to withstand small arms fire. The communication array includes satellite uplinks that can establish secure connections with nuclear submarines, space stations, and underground bunkers simultaneously. The medical bay on Air Force One is essentially a flying hospital, equipped with surgical instruments, blood supplies matching the president's type, and life support equipment that can sustain critical patients during transcontinental flights. The medical staff includes military doctors with top-secret clearances who are trained in combat medicine and emergency surgery. The facility can handle everything from minor injuries to major trauma, ensuring the president receives world-class medical care regardless of location. The aircraft's interior modifications during Trump's presidency included upgraded entertainment systems, enhanced sleeping quarters, and luxury amenities that rival five-star hotels. The presidential suite features custom furniture, advanced climate control, and secure workspaces that allow the president to conduct classified briefings while airborne. The galley can prepare meals for up to 100 people, with specialized storage for the president's preferred foods and dietary requirements. The fuel systems on Air Force One are designed for maximum security and efficiency, with multiple redundant tanks and specialized fuel that burns cleaner and provides better performance at high altitudes. The aircraft carries enough fuel for transcontinental flights without refueling, but the aerial refueling capability allows for unlimited range when necessary for extended international trips or emergency situations. But here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Trump's travel often involves multiple aircraft departing from different locations simultaneously. While Air Force One takes off from Andrews Air Force Base with maximum publicity, decoy aircraft launch from alternate locations, creating confusion about the president's actual whereabouts. These decoy flights include identical aircraft with full security details, making it impossible for potential threats to determine which plane actually carries the president. The decoy operations extend to ground transportation as well. Multiple presidential motorcades can be deployed simultaneously in different cities, each with identical vehicles and security protocols. This creates a shell game effect where even intelligence agencies from hostile nations cannot determine the president's actual location. The coordination required for these multi-location operations involves real-time communication between Secret Service command centers, military installations, and local law enforcement agencies across multiple states. The psychological warfare aspect of these decoy operations cannot be understated. By creating multiple potential targets, the Secret Service forces potential threats to spread their resources thin while maintaining uncertainty about the president's actual location. This strategy has been refined over decades and represents one of the most sophisticated deception operations in modern security. The ground transportation component is equally complex. The presidential motorcade, known as the Beast, includes the presidential limousine, but that's just one vehicle in a convoy that can include over 40 cars, trucks, and emergency vehicles. What most people don't realize is that multiple identical limousines travel in the motorcade, with only the Secret Service knowing which one actually contains the president. The Decoy limousines are fully armored and staffed, maintaining the illusion that any of them could be carrying the president. Trump's limousine, officially called Cadillac One, is built on a truck chassis and weighs over 15,000 pounds due to its armor plating. The vehicle features bulletproof glass 5 inches thick, armor plating capable of withstanding explosive devices, and a completely sealed interior with its own air supply to protect against chemical attacks. The limousine carries the president's blood type, emergency medical equipment, and communication systems that can reach anywhere in the world. The Beast's defensive capabilities include run-flat tires that can operate even when completely destroyed, reinforced bumpers that can ram through obstacles, and door handles that can deliver electric shocks to unauthorized personnel. The interior features a secure communication system that allows the president to authorize nuclear strikes, coordinate military operations, and communicate with world leaders even while under attack. The vehicle's fuel tank is armor-plated and filled with special foam that prevents explosions, even if punctured by armor-piercing rounds. The limousine's interior is customized to Trump's specific preferences, including his favorite beverages, snacks, and entertainment systems. The seating is designed for maximum comfort during long motorcade journeys, with massage functions and climate control that maintains perfect temperature regardless of external conditions. The vehicle includes secure storage compartments for classified documents and emergency supplies that could sustain the president for extended periods. The Beast also features night vision systems, thermal imaging cameras, and 360-degree surveillance capabilities that allow the Secret Service to monitor all approaches to the vehicle in real time. The communication systems include encrypted satellite phones, secure internet connections, and emergency broadcast capabilities that can reach multiple agencies simultaneously during crisis situations. Now let's talk about Melania Trump's travel arrangements, which often involve separate aircraft and security details. As First Lady, Melania frequently traveled independently of the president, requiring her own Secret Service protection and aircraft. Her flights typically use a Boeing C-32, a military version of the Boeing 757, which features luxury accommodations but lacks some of the advanced defensive systems of Air Force One. What's particularly interesting about Melania's travel is how her security detail coordinates with local law enforcement and international agencies when she travels abroad. Her trips often involve cultural and diplomatic activities that require different security considerations than the president's official state visits. The advanced teams for her travel include specialists in art security, cultural site protection, and international protocol, ensuring her safety while allowing her to fulfill her ceremonial duties. Melania's international travel requires coordination with foreign intelligence services, embassy security personnel, and local law enforcement agencies. When she visits museums, schools, or cultural sites, the entire facility must be secured days in advance, with background checks conducted on all staff members who might come into contact with her. Her security detail includes female agents trained in international etiquette and cultural sensitivity, ensuring that her protection doesn't interfere with diplomatic protocols. The logistics of Melania's separate travel arrangements often cost more than joint travel with the president, as they require duplicate security measures, separate aircraft, and independent coordination with local authorities. Her preference for traveling separately during certain periods of the presidency created additional security challenges and significantly increased the overall cost of presidential family protection. Melania's fashion choices during travel also present unique security considerations, with her wardrobe requiring advanced screening and coordination with designers and stylists. Her clothing must be checked for tracking devices, hidden cameras, or other surveillance equipment that could compromise security. The Secret Service works with her personal staff to ensure that her public appearances maintain both style and security. The First Lady's aircraft includes secure communication systems, medical facilities, and defensive countermeasures similar to those found on Air Force One, though not as extensive. The plane features a private suite, conference room, and workspace that allows Melania to conduct official business while traveling. The security arrangements include advanced teams that secure airports establish no-fly zones, and coordinate with local law enforcement at each destination. The Trump children's travel arrangements are equally sophisticated, particularly for Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, and Ivanka Trump, who maintained active business and political schedules during their father's presidency. Each adult child receives Secret Service protection, but their travel arrangements are more flexible than the president's, allowing them to use commercial flights, private aircraft, and ground transportation based on threat assessments and scheduling requirements. Donald Trump Jr.'s hunting and outdoor adventure trips present unique security challenges, requiring Secret Service agents trained in wilderness survival, outdoor recreation, and remote area operations. His hunting expeditions to locations like Alaska, Montana, and international destinations involve advanced teams that secure hunting grounds, coordinate with local guides, and establish communication networks in areas with limited infrastructure. The security requirements for Trump Jr.'s hunting trips include establishing secure perimeters around hunting areas, coordinating with wildlife management agencies, and ensuring that all guides and support personnel undergo thorough background checks. The Secret Service must balance his desire for authentic outdoor experiences with the need to maintain security protocols, often requiring agents to undergo specialized training in hunting techniques and wilderness survival. Trump Jr.'s social media presence during these trips creates additional security challenges, as his posts can reveal locations, timing, and activities that could be exploited by hostile actors. The Secret Service works with his social media team to ensure that posts are delayed and locations are obscured to maintain operational security, while allowing him to share his experiences with followers. Eric Trump's business travel for the Trump Organization requires security measures that balance protection with business functionality. His trips to Trump properties around the world involve coordination with local security teams, property management, and international law enforcement agencies. The Secret Service must ensure his safety while allowing him to conduct business meetings, property inspections, and promotional activities. The complexity of protecting Eric Trump during business travel includes securing meeting locations, conducting background checks on business associates, and coordinating with local law enforcement in multiple countries. His visits to Trump properties require additional security measures, as these locations are publicly known and potentially vulnerable to surveillance or attack by hostile actors. Ivanka Trump's travel during her time as a White House advisor involved the highest level of security among the Trump children, with arrangements similar to cabinet-level officials. Her international trips to promote women's entrepreneurship and economic development required coordination with State Department security, embassy personnel, and international women's organizations. Her security detail included female agents trained in international protocol and cultural sensitivity. The diplomatic nature of Ivanka's travel required coordination with foreign governments, international organizations, and business leaders around the world. Her security arrangements had to accommodate meetings with heads of state, participation in international conferences, and visits to business facilities in countries with varying security environments. The logistics of coordinating travel for multiple family members simultaneously present extraordinary challenges. When the Trump family travels together for holidays, weddings, or family events, the security requirements multiply exponentially. Multiple aircraft, dozens of vehicles, and hundreds of security personnel must be coordinated to ensure the safety of all family members while maintaining operational security. Family gatherings at Mar-a-Lago or other Trump properties require establishing secure perimeters around entire facilities, coordinating with local law enforcement agencies, and implementing airspace restrictions that can affect commercial aviation in the surrounding areas. The cost of securing these family events often exceeds the security budgets of small countries. Trump's post-presidency travel arrangements have evolved but remain extensive due to his continued Secret Service protection and high public profile. Former presidents receive Secret Service protection for life, but Trump's unique situation as a former president facing legal challenges and maintaining political activity requires enhanced security measures beyond typical post-presidency protection. His residence at Mar-a-Lago presents ongoing security challenges, with the Secret Service maintaining a permanent presence at the property and coordinating with local law enforcement for his frequent travel to and from the resort. The airspace around Mar-a-Lago is restricted when Trump is in residence, and his movements to and from the property involve the same security measures used during his presidency. The security arrangements at Mar-a-Lago include underwater surveillance systems to monitor the adjacent waterway, ground-penetrating radar to detect tunneling attempts, and sophisticated electronic surveillance systems that monitor all approaches to the property. The Secret Service has established a permanent command center at the resort, complete with secure communication systems and coordination capabilities with federal law enforcement agencies. Trump's political rallies and campaign events require security planning that rivals presidential campaign events, with advanced teams, threat assessments, and coordination with local law enforcement agencies. The venues must be secured days in advance, with multiple evacuation routes, medical facilities, and communication systems established to ensure comprehensive security coverage. The security requirements for Trump's political events include screening all attendees, establishing secure perimeters around venues, and coordinating with local law enforcement agencies to manage crowds and potential protesters. The Secret Service must balance Trump's desire for large, energetic crowds with the security challenges presented by public events in politically charged environments. The technology used in Trump family travel includes cutting-edge communication systems, surveillance equipment, and defensive measures that represent the latest advances in security technology. The aircraft feature satellite communication systems that provide secure connections anywhere in the world, allowing the family to conduct business and maintain contact with security agencies regardless of their location. Advanced surveillance systems monitor all approaches to Trump family members using facial recognition technology, behavioral analysis software, and real-time threat assessment algorithms to identify potential risks before they materialize. The communication systems include encrypted satellite phones, secure internet connections, and emergency broadcast capabilities that can reach multiple agencies simultaneously. The cost of Trump family travel has been a subject of significant public interest, with estimates suggesting that presidential travel costs exceed $3 million per trip when including aircraft operations, security personnel, advanced teams, and local law enforcement coordination. The lifetime cost of Secret Service protection for the Trump family is estimated to exceed $1 billion, making it one of the most expensive security operations in U.S. history. The coordination required for Trump family travel involves multiple federal agencies, including the Secret Service, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and various intelligence agencies. The planning process for major trips begins weeks or months in advance, with detailed threat assessments, route planning, and contingency preparations that account for every possible scenario. The impact of Trump family travel on local communities is significant, with airports, roads, and public facilities affected by security measures during visits. Local law enforcement agencies receive federal reimbursement for their participation in security operations, but the disruption to normal activities and the resources required for protection creates substantial logistical challenges. The training required for Secret Service agents assigned to Trump family protection includes specialized instruction in threat assessment, emergency response, and international security protocols. Agents undergo continuous training to stay current with evolving threats and security technologies, ensuring they can provide effective protection in any environment or situation. The international implications of Trump family travel include diplomatic considerations, trade relationships, and security cooperation with foreign governments. The family's business interests in multiple countries create complex security challenges that require coordination with international partners and careful consideration of political sensitivities. The secrecy surrounding Trump family travel extends to the media coverage of their movements, with news organizations often restricted in their reporting of travel details to maintain operational security. The balance between public transparency and security requirements creates ongoing tension between the Secret Service and media organizations seeking to cover the family's activities. The psychological impact of constant security protection on the Trump family members varies, with some embracing the protection while others finding it restrictive. The children who grew up with Secret Service protection have adapted to the constant presence of agents, while those who received protection later in life have had to adjust their lifestyles and expectations of privacy. Here's what's truly remarkable about Trump family travel. It represents the most sophisticated personal protection operation in human history, involving thousands of personnel, cutting-edge technology, and coordination across multiple agencies and countries. The level of planning, resources, and expertise required to keep the family safe while allowing them to maintain their business and political activities demonstrates the extraordinary capabilities of American security agencies. The secrecy surrounding their travel isn't just about privacy. It's about survival in an environment where the slightest security lapse could have catastrophic consequences. Every trip involves life or death decisions, split-second timing, and contingency plans that account for threats most people could never imagine. So, the next time you see news coverage of Trump family travel, remember that what you're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind every public appearance, every business trip, and every family vacation is a massive security operation that operates in the shadows, ensuring that America's most protected family can move around the world while staying one step ahead of anyone who might wish them harm.